Hey everybody, it is another beautiful day and it's yard sale day again. No estate sales really that I saw listed. My favorite little estate sale company hasn't had one scheduled lately, so just yard sales, garage sales, things like that today. Maybe a thrift store or two in the next town over just to break things up a little bit, and we'll see what we find. So today was one of those situations where there was, like I said, there was a bunch of yard sales. They all kind of started around the same time in different areas. So in that situation, I don't know, I kind of read the ads and see if there's anything that seems interesting, and then just kind of pick a direction and go with it. You can't get to all of them at once, no matter how much I wish. But anyway, so we're just gonna see, like I said, we're just gonna see what we find today. So hopefully something good. Okay, so that was a pretty good first stop. I did get that flatware, the stainless flatware, and I went ahead and got a few perfumes, things like that. I didn't look it up. One was Juicy Couture, and I'll show you guys the stuff later too. I have to find a spot to like pull over and think about where I'm going next. I didn't do the greatest job of mapping myself. Just have a vague idea, and then I just saw a sign, I think for maybe an unadvertised one, so I'm gonna go check that out. That might give me a spot to kind of pull over and see where I'm going next and kind of make my plan for the day. Yeah, so and I got some pottery there. We've sold it before. It's called Nemaji. Anyway, we'll talk about that later, but there's a couple pieces of that there, so that was exciting because I did miss out on a pot the other day at a yard sale. I watched a lady walk out with it. Anyway, I will see what I can find next, and then I will keep you updated. Okay, so here's that first sale that I stopped at. I just thought I would share from my car. I'm back home again. So like I said, I had gotten that thing of flatware. It was kind of funny. She said, she asked, she's like, oh, that's a lot of, there's some good flatware in there. She's like, I don't know if you're a reseller or not, but so, I mean, all I said was that I love vintage flatware. And so, I mean, I don't mind that she knew that I resold because she didn't have a problem with it. But anyway, so I know like this pattern is MSI Versailles. It looks like it's just knives, but it's a fairly popular pattern. So there's just a mix of kind of recognizable vintage patterns, stuff I've sold before in here, so I think that'll be good, worth the $10 for sure. Then perfume, I just noticed, I was kind of excited. I had seen it was like Juicy Couture, but whatever was pasted to the front of this had fallen off. But somebody, if they want the scent and find out what it is and how old it is, someone might just want the scent. These are going to go on Mercari. Anyway, this one is Shalimar. I haven't looked up any of these. And then Victoria's Secret, it's just like a body spray, and those usually do pretty good. There's the Nemaji pottery. I'll show you the mark at the bottom. And I will put the comp from the one we sold before, you know, in not too long ago. I'll put the comp up in this video when I edit. And then that is, pick that up for Mr. Pish Posh. I think it was like $2, but we always pick up, if they're in good shape, we pick up these little travel alarm clocks, and they usually sell pretty well on Etsy. So that was kind of a no-brainer. The problem with unadvertised ones, I mean, the sign definitely looks new. I don't like chasing signs down if I can't tell that they like just put them up. But like, it's just a sign like yard sale, Friday, Saturday, pointing this way, but like no street address. So, you know, in Montana, that could be like miles. It could be like, if you don't have an address, I hope you're like at least somewhat close to the sign. But you know, this could be one of the advertised ones and I'm just coming at it from a different direction. So I'm only gonna drive like a short distance and see if I see another sign. Otherwise, I don't want to end up out in the boonies not knowing where this yard sale is, because there are some in town that I know are closer and I could go to them. Time is money, people. All right, here we be. People are buying stuff, so that's always a good sign. I'll just pull in right here. Okay, nope, nothing at that one. That's okay. I just did a quick walk around of it real quick. Real quick, like I said. Anyway, okay, so I just pulled over for a second. I'm gonna check and see what I've got going on next. Okay, after a quick stop at the ATM, which was nearby, I found another sign. So I recognize the fact that a lot of people don't put ads in like the local paper or the paper or whatever, and so they just do signs, especially if they live in a part of town that's kind of high traffic. So I just figured on my way to the next one, I'll just swing through this sale if I can find it. And I don't know, it feels very familiar. I'm just running out of road. So I don't know exactly where this sale is, and maybe it's too early. I don't know. Okay, I found it. It was the very last house on the street, so that makes sense. So let's go see what they got. Okay, so that was worth pulling over. I spent about $5, and I'm most excited about this vintage spatula. I think it's made in Japan. But you know from my utensil videos that, you know, people like the vintage, especially spatulas. Vintage utensils. I got this crazy little recipe box. It is a music box too. Anyway, very cottagecore. And I tested the music functionality and then I had to carry this recipe box around while I was playing music. I got this Le Creuset. It's a wine puller kind of thing. It's not worth a whole bunch, but I just kind of took a gamble. There's a Ralph Lauren like velvet vest and a little jewelry box. You know, it was just one of those like odds and ends kind of yard sales. So I do like those. So let's go for a little bit of a drive now, I think. Found it. Oh, and they have plenty of parking. Gotta love that. Okay, so this is advertised as a cleaning out sale. So it's supposed to be like shop and garage or something like that. 70 years of accumulation. We'll see. Okay, that was a good one. That was fun. It was advertised, like I said, as like a clean out, 70 years. So there was like two parts. There was the garage, they said was for her, and then there was a shop down the driveway for him. Didn't get anything at the shop. Mr. Pishposh might have, I don't know. Anyway, I got some more flatware. It's shaping up to be flatware day. And it looked really interesting. It was all kind of saran wrapped up, so $20 for the thing. I'll show it to you later, and then as I figure out what it is and what it's worth, I'll let you know. I'll edit that into the video too. But let's keep on going. I am so glad it's a nice day today. I mean, obviously it's just nice to have good weather so that people get that with the little flowers. So that people actually have their sales and we're not rained out, but it's just such a pretty time of year. It's only about 65 right now. So we're gonna enjoy this yard sale season while it lasts, because sometimes it gets hot and smoky in the summer. And then it's harder to, people maybe don't have the sales go as long in the day. Okay, I do remember this sale. They've had the sale here before, so I think I remember buying stuff at it. Anyway, it's in a pretty spot. There's a few people here already, but that's okay. I'm at the point in the morning where, you know, you're not first to anything, so actually I think I'll just pull over here. Alright, so that was fun. Fortunately, some of the stuff was priced higher than I wanted to pay. Otherwise, I probably would have ended up with way more stuff. But I just wanted to show some stuff real quick. I just got this vintage little educational thing. It's called the Magic Spelling Wheel. So it's got all these papers inside, and then the wheel is at the bottom. I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting. The box is kind of beat up, but it was $1. And then in the clothing, I just wanted to point out this label Pataloha. That's Patagonia, and it's a Hawaiian shirt. So I think that one was like $3 or $4, but it's like a 2XL. So I'm looking forward to listing that one. And then the rest I'll show you later. Again, just like some flatware utensils, perfumes. I don't know, kind of having like a theme today of the same type of stuff. Anyway, I will keep going. I think there might be a couple more up at this end of town, and then plus a thrift store that I don't get to very often. So I haven't had breakfast yet. Maybe I'll grab a bite to eat as well. So okay, we're gonna keep going. I forgot to say that at that last sale, I did go to it last year, and they set up, you know, they kind of set up like a store in there, which is probably why like some of the prices were a little bit higher. But I dug around, I found a few things, but she did say they're going to be there every weekend all summer, and that they'll be bringing new stuff in. So it'll definitely be worth stopping there again and checking things out. Anyway, it was fun. I love digging through vintage, so anytime I get a chance to do that, I'm happy about it. Okay, and so here was another stop that I made that I had mentioned, and here is the other flatware. I paid $20 for this whole tray, and I pulled it out to take a look at it. I thought I had seen it was Oneida when I was shopping, and you can see it's Oneida 1810. Just I've never seen this pattern before, but it's from the early 2000s. It's called Essence, and I'll put up some comps here. I see that a dinner fork on eBay has sold for like $20 with free shipping. Just one fork, 5 teaspoons for about $24. That might have been free shipping too. But there's also some vintage flatware mixed in here. So there's these nice like steak knives made in Japan. And then funny enough, some other Oneida community that matches that other some of the pieces from that other flatware lot that I got. So I think there's some more that match the steak knives. Here we go. So anyway, I think that'll be profitable. That same sale, we also, now actually technically was an estate sale. It was on their sign as I pulled out. That was the one that was like 70 years accumulation. I picked up a pair of Y2K Faded Glory chunky sandals. Those should do pretty good. And then there was just a few things that were like 50 cents, 25 cents, like this nice vintage picture frame. It's really good quality. A slide rule that turns out it's like a beginner slide rule, so it's probably worth about, I don't know, $12, $15. I don't know about this ruler, but it's just a metal made in USA. Nice ruler, even if I end up using it for myself. This is just in a little bin. It's a sterling brooch music note with a little dangling heart. That was like 50 cents. And another spatula. Yay. This is Flint USA, Flint Arrowhead. A couple things for myself. None of those, unfortunately, if they are discontinued, they're not worth a ton, but they were some things that I can use myself. So I grabbed those. Those were like 50 cents a piece. So estate sales, yard sales can be a good source for that type of thing. Just even outfitting your own house with some things. So let me see what else I can share with you. Okay, so just a little closer look at this spelling wheel. There is one for sale on eBay right now. Nothing in solds, but I probably have to go back to like Terapeak or Worth Point or something like that in order to see if I can find any comps on that. This was kind of fun. This is just a little wooden like key hook or utensil hook, and it's got the old decals on it, probably like 40s or 50s, but just made for hanging on the wall. I thought that was cute for $1. Another little spatula. Look how tiny this is. It's Echo. It was like 50 cents. Anyway, orange handle, super cute. This little baggie was 25 cents. I just got it because I like this mother of pearl handled calligraphy pen. It's like a Seattle souvenir. Don't know a thing about it, but 25 cents for that. More perfume, Oscar de la Renta. No idea, but it was only $1. This is like the one I just sold. You saw in my what sold video. Well, probably a different color, but I might even already have a listing. And then I'm not sure I meant to get this, but it's old lipstick. And then this is just vintage flatware. I'm not sure. It wasn't that expensive, so I believe I've sold it before. It kind of is meant to match like blue and white dinnerware. It's just kind of picnic wear. And there's a pie server in there too, and a gravy ladle. They're pretty beat up, and if magic eraser doesn't help, then I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on those. But anyway, and then that was where I also got that Pat Aloha shirt, and comps look pretty good, maybe about $50 for that. So that would be great.